New tonight, Decatur police are still looking for the person they say is responsible for a shooting of a 21-year-old at a community outreach center. Police say the shooting happened Thursday morning at Old Kings Orchard Community Center. The 21-year-old was taken to the hospital for treatment, and officers believe that the victim was the intended target.
Community centers in Decatur say they are teaching kids how to handle conflict before it escalates, with rising violence among teen crime in Macon County.
Officials say it's a problem. It's one, though, that can be fixed. News Channel 20's Emily Jordan met with community centers to learn more about how they're intervening. Emily.
I spoke with Old King Orchard Community Center and Shamila Outreach Center. They offer a range of programs, from volunteer opportunities to day camps, teaching kids responsibility and building trust. Executive Director Shemuel Sanders says at their summer camp, they take time during the week to practice losing with grace.
So today is a fun day. They're doing different activities to teach them how to get along with each other. They don't like to lose. So, you know, it's a lot of poor sportsmanship, so we use incentives to teach them.
Executive Director of Old King Orchard Community Center, Devon Joyner, says they're teaching kids how to take their raw emotions and redirect them, like their judo program, Joyner says, that gives kids an avenue for their anger. Sanders says it's a matter of paying attention to kids, too, to notice when they're upset and talk it out. I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Emily, thanks. These centers don't just focus on preventing crime. They also help teens who have committed crimes get back on track. The Illinois Department of Juvenile Justice is looking for new employees. They're holding employment screening events for juvenile justice specialist positions. It's a full-time, year-round role at the department. Candidates must be 21 years old and have a valid driver's license and be eligible to work in the U.S. To see the dates and times for the screenings, you can head over to newschannel20.com.
New tonight, Decatur police are still looking for the person they say is responsible for shooting a 21-year-old at a community outreach center. Police say the shooting happened Thursday morning at the Old Kings Orchard Community Center. The 21-year-old was taken to the hospital for treatment. Officers believe the victim was the intended target.
Community centers in Decatur are speaking out against gun violence following that shooting at Old Kings Orchard Community Center.
Two centers in the Soy City say it's time to pull together. News Channel 20's Emily Jordan has details on what some organizations are doing to keep kids on the right track. Emily?
Shamila Outreach Center and Old King Orchards Community Center both work with youth, helping kids make the right choices early on. For these centers, it's about equipping kids with tools to regulate their emotions and handle conflict.
They can't take a lot of peer pressure. You know, back then you get beat up, you just shake your hand and it's over with. Now, even with that, they don't like to fight, you know, or if somebody say, hey, he talked about me, they ready to shoot or fight over just little things.
Shemuel Sanders, the executive director of Shamila Outreach Center, says social media plays a significant role in growing violence. An executive director of Old King Orchards Community Center, Devon Joyner, says kids are desensitized.
In not just the urban culture, but in games, social media. You know, social media has taken us away from a personal aspect of interaction. You know, you can do it from behind the screen and never meet that individual. So it's easy to draw a judgment.
Joyner says kids aren't being taught value on life.
We need to start pushing that narrative on what's right. You know, attach what you should and should not be doing to help your neighbors based on what you would want to receive in return. So I think once we start introducing those things, I think that would change some of what's happening in our communities.
Sanders says you have to build trust first, then guide kids to whatever resources they might need, learning to build life skills, de-escalate situations, and keep up with schoolwork.
Our goal is to make sure that these kids are safe and successful. Here, I tell them, hey, you have to breathe before you react, because whatever you do is consequences. And
Sanders and Joyner say there's ultimately many factors that contribute to growing violence among teens, but they say with the right community intervention, it is preventable. I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thanks, Emily. Each of the centers serves about 100 kids in the Decatur community. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.